The illiterate Chinese girl who became a billionaire. Dao Wabi is worth $1.9 billion. She rules over a vast condiment empire. Everyone in China has heard of Lao Jianma. The brand's name means old godmother. It refers to Dao herself. But Dao's background is more than humble. She was born into actual poverty. Dao Wabi comes from a poor village in Guizhou. She was the 8th daughter in her family. Her parents struggled to feed and clothe their children. Proper education was out of the question. Dao was never taught to read or write as a child. She spent her younger years chopping wood, cooking, and farming. Dao was 12 when the Great Chinese Famine began. It was a result of Chairman Mao's agricultural policies. Tens of millions of rural Chinese starved to death. Dao dug for roots and learned to forage for edibles. This constant hunger is what drove her to create her first chili sauce. Dao came up with a simple recipe. It was based on wild mountain herbs and homegrown peppers. It became a favorite of her family's. At 20, Dao married an accountant. They had 2 sons, but several years later the husband died. Dao was now the sole provider of her family. She set up a street stall selling vegetables. Dao worked at all hours of the day, often until 4 a.m. In 1989, when Dao was 42, she opened her own restaurant. It was very small. It was called the Economy Restaurant. The restaurant only served simple, cheap noodles, but Dao added her own spicy soy sauce. The place soon became popular in the neighborhood. Dao's restaurant was frequented by poor students. It could always count on her to give them a discount. It was the students who nicknamed her old godmother. The noodle shop flourished, but not because of the noodles. It was the sauce that drew customers. By the early 1990s, Dao's place was known to all passing truckers. A new highway had just been built nearby. Dao used the chance to promote her condiments. She started giving out samples for free. The truckers would take them home, spreading Dao's fame. In 1994, Dao stopped selling noodles altogether. She turned her restaurant into a condiment store. 2 years later, at 49, Dao took her biggest risk. She rented a house in Guiyang and recruited 40 workers. Then she set up her own sauce factory. In 1997, the company was officially listed. With no formal education, Dao proved to be a shrewd businesswoman. She named her brand Lao Ganma. It was soon known all over the huge Chinese market. Several competitors launched fake Lao Ganma sauces. They nearly ruined her business with imitations. But Dao made another smart decision. She deliberately priced her sauces very cheaply. It was affordable for even the lowest income consumers. A bottle of Lao Gamma sauce costs less than $2, but the brand now holds the 20% share of the market. Dao Wabi is one of the wealthiest women in China. Her company buys chili peppers from more than 180,000 farmers. 5,000 rural workers work at Lao Ganma factories. Hiring rural and local workers is Dao's conscious decision. She wants to give them a chance she didn't have. Lao Ganma is sold in 30 countries. It was the first brand to popularize chili crisp condiments in the West.